Hey guys, in this video I'll be making a scrap wood end grain cutting board. First I choose the different types of wood I'd like to use for it. And then bring each one of those pieces over to the joiner, make sure each side is flat. I'm not too worried about it being parallel, given that it's going to be kind of a random assortment of woods. After the joiner, bring them over to the clamps, glue them up. I like to use one bead of glue and then just flatten that bead out with a finger. The different types of woods that I'm using for this is some birch, oak, mahogany, walnut, and there might be some poplar in there too. I normally add glue to every piece before I decide to sandwich it together, but summertime heat really makes that glue dry pretty quick, so sandwiching them together kind of slows that down a little bit. Once I've gotten a jizz of glue on each board, I clamp it up and let that sit for a couple hours. It doesn't take very long in Arizona heat, so. After that's dried up, I take it over to the table saw, cut it into 1.5-inch strips. That's going to determine how thick the cutting board is. There's multiple ways you could cut this. I decided to use the table saw sled. I just used the scrap wood to put up against the fence and spaced that evenly to get that 1.5 inches, and then took it out, that way it didn't bind and cause kickback. Here at the end of the piece, it's starting to get too small to make a safe cut, so I decided to just use the table saw fence, which I probably should have just cut the whole piece like that, but I wanted to use my new table saw sled. Sadly, I missed out on some footage, the final glue up of the cutting board, because Arizona is balls hot and my phone overheated. I then decided to aggressively whatever, either one, with 220 sandpaper till it was silky smooth. Here I'm spritzing some water on it. What this does is raise the grain of the wood fibers, which causes it to get a little rough again, but then you go back and sand it. This just helps prevent later from it raising when you wash it and stuff. And now for the grand finale, we add some butcher block oil. This really makes the color pop. It's crazy how much a finish can change the color of some woods. What this does is adds a layer of protection. Helps prevent it from cracking down the road from it getting water and stuff on it. For this, it's good practice to do like 2 or 3 coats. That wood's gonna just soak up that oil pretty fast. You want it to pretty much soak all the way through, so it takes about 2 or 3 layers. And then you just wipe away the excess. And voila, you have a end grain